Club, man. Thank y'all for coming out. We're going to get into this part two. I think part one was so good that we had to extend it. Well, it kind of got out of hand because people got in their feelings, but we got to extend it. And I'm going to introduce our floor general,
Yeah.
Cole.
Let's give it up
Y'all
for
give
Cole.
it up for Cole.
Yes, yes.
Cole on the floor. But Cole
like
is like
that.
our narrator. She going to be narrating the crowd, the audience, give you guys some type of direction. We changed the format a little bit. Last time we just was open format. You could kind of say what you want and blurt out what you want and come up to the mic anytime. And we're going to ask that y'all hold y'all comments to the end this time. And we did implement these convo cards. So any suggestions, ideas, comments, concerns, remarks, tips, topics, anything y'all think we should talk about, y'all can leave them on the convo cards and we'll get to them. If it's, I ain't gonna say we're gonna read all of them, but if it's good, we're gonna try to get to them this episode. But we will give you guys time at the end to come up to the mic and say what y'all have to say and address us as need be. So that's all I got, man. Oh, I'm a little under the weather too. That's why I sound like I'm underwater. So
Underwater.
You definitely sound like Patrick, boy.
right.
SpongeBob sound like that.
You got the suds.
That's
You got the suds.
Yeah,
You got the suds.
yeah. But let's kick it off, man. First topic, what y'all? What is it?
What was the question from this week on Facebook?
Oh, the poll.
Yeah.
The poll. I forgot the question.
So it was. Do you think that, basically like asking what put you in a toxic relationship? Did it come from childhood, like growing up with having different relationships with your family, mother, father, aunt, uncle, whatever, who raised you? Did you end up in a toxic relationship because what you experienced with them, or did you just end up in a toxic relationship? Like nothing led you that way. Like you just found yourself in a toxic relationship.
Who go chime in? I ain't been in no toxic relationship.
There he go.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like
Sam act like he a Navy SEAL in relationships.
right. Like
man.
oh,
Shoulda went to the army.
I'm up here trying to learn. I gotta inquire too. I wonder how they got into it.
I don't know. I feel like when it comes down to that, what you see kind of will put you in a state of, okay, is this okay? Because I saw it so often happening. So I feel like family upbringing can have like a factor within that, because it's like if you see your mama always, hot man to man, or you see your daddy always have multiple women, it's like, okay, well, I saw my daddy do it. Like I have a friend and he has a polygamous relationship because he was like, well, my daddy had one growing up, and I feel like that's okay. So I don't believe in monogamy. So it's like, I feel like sometimes your family upbringing definitely can have an effect on it, but you can also break that cycle. Like, like some people say, well, my family never got married. I want to choose the married path. So I feel like it's all up to your experiences, but what you want to do too, wholeheartedly.
Interesting.
I think that it was definitely family for me. Just growing up with a single parent, and also like not having a real active dad in my life. Most of the women, well, okay, so so they had this thing going around. I'm from Smith Ridge. Y'all know where Smith Ridge at?
Down there by you.
So people down Smith Ridge would say that my family was cursed because none of the women was married.
Oh wow.
Come on, man. Curse will work. What's the curse?
I don't know, but I mean, I grew
Y'all
up
got
with
cooties.
very.
I got cooties down there.
I grew up around
Yeah, you got cross your fingers.
Oh, you from Eve's Bayou. That's what you from.
Eve's by you. You stupid.
Well, I grew up with like a lot of independent women, like strong women, like borderline intimidating women, I guess you could say. Like, they always.
I got it.
I can see
Yeah,
that. I can see
yeah,
that.
right. He done met my aunt
Oh, I can see
and my mom. Like I grew up around that. So when I started dating, I saw it in my relationship because like the stuff that I dealt with, I'm just like, okay, I've never had my dad. I never had to talk with my dad about relationships. Like he never talked to me about it. We never had that talk. So I feel like I put up with a lot because I didn't know how I should be treated by a man.
That's
And yeah, so I really had no example. I mean, my uncles, I had great uncles, but like that
yeah,
that
you-
only does so much.
Yeah,
you
you
know?
don't really get a true account of a man as an uncle.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm only gonna show you so much
Uncle's
as your
trash.
uncle.
right.
Man, my parents was fucked up.
Damn.
I mean, I grew up in a 2-parent household, but my parents was like, they was weird because my mom was like a real strong, independent woman, but she was also like a very great communicator, and my dad was not. So it would like be kind of weird to see them have arguments because it really wouldn't be no argument. It would be like her giving a lecture.
I mean, it's majority like that. Most women are, I guess, verbally advanced compared to their men.
Yeah. So growing up, it was like, man, I just knew it was a lot of toxic shit. Like I remember that one time when my daddy was trying to burn my mama clothes in the backyard.
Oh, what?
Like, it was,
She had to wait until
like,
exam moment?
It was
With the
bleach
roof on
everywhere.
and all.
Like it was some real
Bleach,
hood
you
shit.
said light up bleach.
Nah, like
Bleach ignite.
She'll destroy
it was
shit.
It was both. It
Oh,
was
both
like
of 'em.
I'm gonna bleach your shit then burn it.
Oh,
nigga.
wow.
Like, it was
That nigga about to make a
that.
bomb, son.
I'm
But,
gonna
like,
use the blue.
I saw that and I'm like, oh, I think that's normal. That's that's what it's
That's
supposed
So
That's
if you
love.
think that's normal, have you ever did that to somebody's clothes?
I ain't never burned nobody clothes up. The most, me personally, like I'm a cusser. Like I cuss your ass out right now, and I don't feel no type of way about it. Like I'm gonna go about my business tomorrow.
Hey, that should be all good until you run across a superior cusser.
Right.
Somebody that can cuss way better than you.
Yeah,
No,
nigga.
I don't know.
Hey, son,
Yeah, boy,
I got
know
a
some
master's
curses,
in
boy.
cussing.
That's what I'm saying. Like
got
I really
masters
feel
in
like
cussing.
I'm really out here in these streets when it comes to cussing.
But you got the cussing mixed with the ribbon.
Hey, we need to plan. Hey,
Like,
Right.
I feel like that's lethal
hurtful,
right now.
Because when you stinging somebody up,
Right.
it hit different.
We need to
Like you
stand on
stinging me
business
up,
now.
son. Like hold on, brother. Like
Right.
We need to do that.
You
Rap,
understand.
rap,
Niggas
start
rap
pacing
battle
back and
style. We
forth.
gonna do a curse off.
Right.
Somebody curse off.
curse
Straight
off.
up.
I think my parents were toxic, but I think like I'm looking at it from my point of view now as an adult. Like when I was young, it's just like I thought that's what it was to be in a long-term relationship with all kind of complexities to the relationship. I thought that's just what it was. But as an adult, it's like, nah, y'all niggas is toe up.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to chime in on our family life? Or you want
I have to disagree to a certain extent. We grew up in a double parent household as well, and man, I could remember on one hand how many times I actually seen or heard my mom and them argue.
right?
They hid all that shit.
Never seen it.
We
bro.
never seen
Never.
it.
I was a grown man before I seen my parents like
Facts. I never seen my dad and my mom argue. I never domestic violence, none of that shit.
You think that's toxic in itself? Like
Well-
not seeing how conflict is supposed to play out?
I think so. I don't think it's a good thing.
Why not? Why not?
I just because we knew stuff was going on. Kind of
I ain't no shit.
the older we got, we knew stuff was going on, but it's just that I think that's the perception we have of relationships, and like even when we talk about marriage, like people like think it's supposed to last forever. Like man, Grandpa and them was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They was doing all kind of shit. Like
But were y'all already like? Did y'all already start having your own relationships before you knew what was going on with your own parents?
Man, I'll put it like this. To me, that just kind of set the standard for how you deal with problems. Like you have problems, that shit ain't got to spew out into everybody else's life. You're supposed to be able to communicate. You're supposed to fucking argue out of the sight of people. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
that's just how situations get handled. I don't know if I would have been, I guess if I'd have seen a whole different thing growing up, it would have been differently. But to me, I mean, me and Molly, there are problems. We not go fuss in public. We not go, you know what I'm saying? We try not to scream in front of the kids, but
I'm gonna cuss your ass out right now.
Because even though seeing that, like I was in a couple toxic relationships. I'm talking about arguing in public, at the club, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. That didn't really have an effect on whether I was in a toxic relationship or had toxic tendencies or not.
So to
'Cause
answer the poll question, you just ended up in a toxic relationship. Not it didn't come
it
from
wasn't
your.
because of upbringing. So I think I just ended up in a couple of them.
Or you could have been the toxic person. That could be it.
Maybe.
That's a fact.
And
At a certain time, man.
And I don't disagree, like
Yeah.
I think I was a toxic person, but just not seeing them traits from, like seeing that going with my parents and them, because our parents used to make us think they was like perfect, Once you find out shit about
That's
them,
a trap, dog.
what you mean?
That's a trap. I feel like parents do that shit thinking that they protecting us, but in actuality, like you present this fallacy of perfection to the point where it's like we don't know how finances work, we don't know how relationships work, we don't know how any hardship works because it's like you look like Superman or you look like Superwoman to us. So it's like, damn, what the fuck wrong with me? Like, why I ain't got my stuff together like that? Like, I just feel like it's a trap. Like, you supposed to be at least transparent enough with your kids so they can understand, like, you are going to have disagreements with the person you're in a relationship with. You are going to have financial struggles. Like, you need to see how that unfolds. Not to say that you need to know all of the business, but you got to have an understanding that, hey, your daddy not Superman, your mama not Superwoman. So
Right.
just enough for them to understand that this is a part of life, like the human experience.
I agree.
I never looked at anybody as perfect. I just looked at it as a good example set. You know what I'm saying? If you decide not to argue in front of your kids, like that's a decision. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't easy. So it's a decision you making to I don't know. I guess I can't say it's like you hiding reality. You know what I'm saying? You just not putting a negative imprint. That's how I always took it.
Facts. I don't think you should, man. I think the way they did it was the right way to go about it because them kids, they carry that shit on them, bro. Like, you know.
Right.
But let's get into this first topic, bro. And I can't remember what it is.
Or you told
Draw a blank.
Which one y'all want to start
Love,
with? 'Cause,
man.
well, what you was
Not the marriage.
Which one? Love versus logic.
That's it. That's
Love
it.
versus,
So
love versus
logic.
Love versus logic.
So what do you mean by that? Whoever the
What I meant when I said it is that I heard this quote, and I think it's true that women, I don't want to say move off love, and men move off logic. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
okay.
And the guy that said it, he had some pretty good examples, like, because a woman that constantly put herself in toxic relationships or toxic situations, or just take the same shit over and over from a dude and just be like it's love. But to a man, that shit don't logically make sense. You know what I'm saying? So,
To most men, because I mean, they got a lot of men that keep putting themselves in toxic situations too, But the logic, see, to me, logic and love, it's almost like logic versus emotion to me because that's the barrier. Like if you get so emotional to where you're not being logical, you gonna lose a man every time. Like it gotta make sense. You could be as emotional as you want to be if it makes sense, but when it don't make sense, it's hard.
I don't know. Like y'all make it seem like logic is superior to love, and I feel like women have that trait because it's necessary. And the people, like most people who have a healthy mentality, they can kind of balance it out. So that's one thing. But like I feel like if you prioritize things the way they're supposed to go, like logically, that's cool, but I don't think you'll ever be happy. Like if you only went off of logic, you'll never be happy.
It's not only going off of logic. I just think when Kurt went like, well, it depends on what you meant by it.
I think the statement "love is blind" is that comes into play whenever I hear love and logic, because whenever you love somebody, depending on the situation, how much you love that person, if you love that person more than they love you, then like logic kind of goes out the window. Like, you know, you love that person so much to where you look past their flaws, you look past a lot of things, and then you don't see them until you get out of that relationship and you was like, what was I thinking? Like, you know, like whenever those blinders are taken off and you know, you start seeing that person for how everyone else sees them, and you start realizing like, oh, this is why they was telling me that, because they saw something that I didn't see.
But when it comes, all right, logic, like making sense, right? So if you in a toxic relationship, like it don't make sense. Like logically, everybody else looking at it like, why are they together? Like
Right.
Like Blueface and the other chick, like why the fuck they together?
Right,
Like,
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So it gotta make sense, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if your relationship doesn't make sense, that's creating a toxic environment. Like you can love strong and look over flaws and shit, but at a certain point, there has to be a bottom line. Like this shit is not working out.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes though, people would just be so in need of love, or just like, I don't know, just something or somebody that they probably would accept it, and they think that logically this is love because I have like this slightest part of attention from somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I need to accept, like she said, you know, love is blind. You know, like a lot of women and men do stupid things for love. But ultimately, what is love to you? Because you got to understand, love to somebody might just be somebody slightly being around them for a day, or just give them that attention. So right then in that moment, logically, this is what I need. But we understand that logically, you need to understand, like, what is really love? Like, is it you putting yourself in this toxic environment just because you blinded by what you think you need, when it might be a deeper issue? You know, like, I don't know. I feel like healing within everything would allow you to, like you say, get those blinders off, and you just have that aha moment. But a lot of people aren't willing to really know who they are, because when you know who you are, you know what you love. And
I feel like healing is overrated.
I don't think so. What?
Why is
I
that?
don't think so. Healing is an everyday journey. It's not no time on it. We heal from everything every day.
Hold on. You gotta explain
People's
it.
perception of healing is like so
What-
weird. Like healing seems like it's from the cultural standpoint.
Okay,
It seems
so-
like
so-
it's
so the
isolation.
culture.
It's I'm putting my needs over anyone else's needs. I am like the benefactor of anything and everything that's going on in my life, and I feel like that's not really healing. That's just selfishness. I feel like healing is understanding what the wound is and directly doing something to change that. But the cultural like understanding of what healing is, like it's so nonchalant. It has nothing to do with like growing as a person. It's more about what can I do to get me to the next level. And I'll be like, man, F them people. Like I don't really care about that. Like when you talk about healing from the standpoint of if it's not beneficial to me, then I'm moving on. Like that's not life. Like that's just a fallacy. That's some crazy talk to me.
I don't know. I feel like it's some people that have to be alone to heal.
Solitude.
Like, it's some people that have to be selfish to heal because they've given so much to everybody else. And then now, all these years, you know, you poured into other people. No one's been pouring into you. So in order for you to properly heal, you have to get away from all of that, because you know yourself that if you let somebody else in, you're going to give them more attention than you give yourself.
And I feel like people call it selfish.
Wait, hold up. That's a perfect point.
Yeah.
Healing means creating boundaries. That's cool. But if you say, I'm going to be selfish to the point where I don't give a damn about you,
No, because I'm
that's,
not going to
that's how the
involve.
culture is right now.
But
Because
you
I'm
gotta
not
be
going to
selfish.
involve you in my healing. Like if I feel like I'm going to be that selfish to where I can't cater to you and myself at the same time, I'm not going to involve anybody in my healing. I'm not going to be doing you wrong while I'm trying to heal. No, I'm going to stay my distance. I'm gonna heal on my own, and then whenever I'm ready to let somebody else in, I'm gonna do that.
I can respect that.
I don't
But
know.
F them people.
I feel like people get upset whenever you don't want to be bothered with them sometimes when you are selfish.
Yes.
People don't like when you're selfish.
Right.
Like, I'm somebody, and I feel like that was an issue that I had. I was never allowing myself to just learn, like you said, find that direct cause of, well, why is this keep occurring in my life? And I felt like I just was allowing myself, okay, to get over it and then just find something else or whatever it is, whether it's relationship, whatever. And I wasn't giving myself to say, you know what, no, Kia, sit down, like, chill.
No, stop fussing at yourself. Bro.
It be introspection, but no, it be like that because
Right.
in reality, it's you versus you though.
Right,
Like
right.
it's you versus you, so you gotta talk to yourself like, bruh,
Facts.
it's up to you to decide. I want to live this life. Nobody else gonna make you do it. I can motivate Sam, man. Sam, you doing your damn thing on that, on them shirts. You know what I'm saying? You just give it up, but I'm motivating you every day. But you don't pick up your embroidery machine. You know what I'm saying? It's only up to you. So yeah, I'm going hard on myself. Sorry, y'all. I had a reflective moment just now.
Do
You
your
know,
thing,
but
do
you
your
just
thing.
gotta put you first. In reality, is you versus you, and don't make me feel bad or try to make me feel bad because I don't want to be in that moment. Then say,
Right.
"Oh, well, you selfish." No, I'm putting me first because I never did. So
Right.
that's just how I feel about that. But I understand your cultural aspect. But if I want to be selfish, hey, so be it. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I think it's a difference between like I feel like what you're saying is setting a boundary, but I think people have really gotten to the point where it's acceptable to be selfish no matter what. And I think in the greatest sense of the term, I think that's toxic as hell. Like if you are selfish to the degree that I am the only thing that matters, any relationship that you get in, like if that's your basis for healing, if you are selfish during that healing, that's all you ever gonna be. But I feel like if you creating boundaries, healthy boundaries, and showing people like, nah, this is the line, you can't cross it, that's a difference. But I think culturally, people are talking about being selfish to the degree that I'm only trying to push myself forward. And it don't matter who is in the way. It don't matter what the collateral damage is. I just think that's selfish. But
all
I
about the
I
way
get
you
what you're
move.
saying.
But I think that that's on that person. Like, if that person is choosing to say those things, like, then you have to deal with those people not coming back into your life after you done doing what you're doing. Like, that's what comes with it. But once you get to the other side of your healing, those people might not even align with you no more. So it might not matter. But you wouldn't know because you got to go through it first. I don't know.
I'm a person that, I feel like I healed on the go. Like I ain't never really, like I always was a person, relationship to relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you and your brother ain't got no emotions.
Y'all think it's RoboCop.
It's not no emotions. It's just emotional control.
Yeah, it's control.
extreme
I
emotional
am an
control.
emotion.
Right.
And we could talk about that too. That's something
Like
I wanna talk
that's literally what it comes down to. It's not like I don't have emotions. My emotions are just under control.
Yeah.
Like,
And people
you
just
know what I'm saying?
look at that as no, like we don't have no emotions. I just
No,
know how
no,
to
y'all
control
got
my
them. I'm
emotions.
just saying, like how y'all be saying, like y'all don't cry and stuff.
I just don't let things linger. Like I literally, if I can't control it, it could only bother me for so long. Like I got a high sense of fuck that shit. Like it don't take long for me to get the man, fuck that shit, man. That shit don't matter. And I just let it go.
But I think I don't think I'm toxic. And people would
That's
say
the
that.
first,
I
that's
guess-
the first topic, like right there. Like you there.
I don't think I'm toxic. I just think
what is toxic? What
I
is-
have extreme emotional control. I have the ability to make people think I never cared about them at all.
So do you think you have empathy?
Huh?
I
Do you
have
think you
empathy
have
too,
empathy?
actually.
I'm one of the most empathetic people.
I got empathy. What empathy
But it's
mean again?
it's fair empathy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't always give money to people on the corner because I don't always feel sorry for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to feel real.
Maybe I need to be asking you
first
for
of
$1.
all-
I need
First of all,
Well, I could.
That's a
I-
bad
listen,
example.
No,
Right.
no, I could empathize with a person being homeless and needing help. I can't empathize with you waking up and getting on this corner every day from 6 to 7. From 6 to 7, move to the next one, go on that one for 2 hours. Like, son, if you could do that, They got a lot of shit you could do.
Yeah.
So it's fair. It's like, man, I can't be empathetic to that. I can't sit on no corner and just beg. So I can't empathize with that. But a person need help, a situation that could just happen. Like, yeah, I'm empathetic. I help anybody else.
But I think that's what caused a lot of my toxic relationships. Like the fact that I'm so in control of my emotions. Like I think at a certain point, if a woman can't get you to lose control of your emotions, like if she can't push your buttons, then she don't know what to do.
I agree with that.
Like we all, as men, we all had women that try to like just that's they goal. Like when they get mad, it's
Mad day. It's the
Mad
scariest,
day,
it's the
bro.
scariest day of the year.
I'm
nigga.
not-
Mad day.
I'm not a yeller. Like I don't like yelling.
Me either.
I don't like yelling at people, and I don't like people to yell at me. So there's no conversation we can have after you raise your voice at me. So I will walk away. And regardless of what the consequences are, I'm going to deal with that. But I know that that's my toxic trait. I don't even engage with that.
I don't think that's toxic to not want to yell. That's me too.
Yelling's stupid.
I would never curse in an altercation if nobody yell at me. That would be my thing. But like, well, why you cursing? Like you hollering at me. Like you making me angry. I don't care what you saying. You yelling at me. It don't matter what you saying.
I done had enough of that. My grandma, my mama, like I done seen that all my life. We ain't gotta yell.
Right.
We two adults.
Right.
I have a complete vocabulary. You do as well. Like we don't need all of
But
that.
you know why they yelling? Their emotions out of control. They yelling because they angrier than they could put out.
Like as men, I feel like we gotta be very selective of the times we lose control of our emotions. Cause, it could cost you your life. You know what I'm saying? It could cost you your life away from your kids, your family. Like most times that split second,
But I don't even
People-
subscribe to that because it got a lot of emotional niggas that we don't classify it as emotion. We just look at it as something else.
Like who? Give me an example.
Like somebody played with me, so I'm gonna shoot that nigga.
playing
Oh,
on
that's,
your
that's
top.
very
That's
emotional.
emotional.
No, that's very emotional.
But I feel like a lot of people say that like as men we can't let our emotions get the best of us. But if you're using aggression is an emotion.
Right.
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's very emotional. Like the people that playing on my top.
Yeah, that crash out. If you
that's-
crash out, you made an
the
emotional
worst.
decision.
They the worst. But
No, let me see. So a question I had heard, bro, that was very interesting to me. I forget where I heard it, but they was chiming in on the Will Smith Chris Rock situation, and they said the question was Will Smith's reaction a masculine move or a feminine move? Like him reacting, like, protecting your wife is like, like the masculine thing to do, or did he lose control? Did he make an emotional mistake and just lose control?
I think
So are we associating feminine with emotion?
Well, that's how the question was presented to me. That's how it was. I mean, did he react in a feminine way or did he react in a masculine way? That's how it was said on there.
I mean, I think he acted on
We could just do
emotion.
We could just do traditional. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Just for
think
the
so.
base of the question.
I don't think so. Personally, I feel like if I draw a line in the sand and you cross it, you cannot give me any shit about what consequences that come after that. If I tell you don't cross this line and you cross it, whatever I do after that, that's on you. That is not on me. I'm not acting emotional. I'm letting you know that I'm a man. I'm standing my ground.
I kind of stayed away from that because I ain't know all the circumstances behind.
Me either. I'm just talking
I
about
don't
the
know
sheer
if a
incident.
warning went out beforehand or whatever. I don't know none of that shit. So I just was like, Will Smith shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, he lost control at that point.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Like
I mean, that was a nice little walk.
because
That was a nice little walk for you to change your mind.
You know how many like
Stupid.
you know how many dudes done crashed out behind a girl because they can't control their emotions.
Man, that's the history of the world.
Right. But that don't make it right. Like I feel like men
I don't think it's right.
should, but that's the like number one thing that make dudes lose control of their emotion. Like, they girl could call him right now and be like, oh, some dude was at the club and
Boy, not da-da-da-da-da, boy.
Right.
He got to do something
Right.
with somebody. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Boy, that's a problem.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think men should have more emotional control. Like, it's certain situations you get in where you should be able to think and be like, all right, I'm in this club or I'm at this place, this dude done disrespected her. I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go over there and check this nigga from BMF. I'm about to go over there and check this nigga from Rap A Lot. Like, I done been with one of my partners. He told me he about to go check some niggas from Rap A Lot. Boy, is you crazy? We is in Houston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he can't control his emotions. I got to keep people that can't control their emotions, men, I got to keep them from around me, bro.
Right.
So what do you think about people who, like, no matter what it is, like, if this is the rule that I live by, this is the rule that I live by?
Depends on the rule, I think. Because the rule can be, it depends on how you implemented that rule or where
Right.
you know where you got that from.
Exactly.
Give me a rule.
Yeah, give me an example, man.
I think disrespect is one of those things.
What's disrespect? Stepping on your shoe might be disrespect.
Right.
And you step on my shoes, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
like,
think it's all about intent. When it comes down to disrespect, it should be, should I say, it should be about intent. Because I could step on your shoe accidentally. I could also step on your shoe to make you punch me in the back of the head. It's about my intent. You know?
So y'all got any final before we move on to the next topic?
No, we can move on.
nah, we good. Before I lose my emotions. Just
Before you lose your cool.
What is the next
flash out
topic?
here.
What is the next topic?
I don't remember.
He's so sick
This
there.
nigga terrible host.
Oh my God.
Fire this man.
It's in my tab.
Are we talking about sex and respect?
Sex,
Sex and respect.
Oh, man.
You gotta elaborate.
Yeah.
Somebody.
I just said the topics.
Y'all came up with
I heard
this
them.
I should have put them in my phone.
I think
Lord.
when we was talking about sex and respect, it's more so like women and men who just freely have sex with those without like a tie to love or emotions to it. Like, can you have sex without having emotions involved in some kind of way? At the end of the day, like,
As a man?
Oh, you asking
just
men
as
or
a
you asking
person,
women?
just like general, like, can you just? But yeah, your
I mean,
face
yeah,
is
yeah, clearly. I mean,
your
shit.
face is giving like, I can fuck that hoe and not talk to her tomorrow. Yeah. Do y'all think
I mean,
women?
look, I don't live like that no
do you
more.
think
I'm
women have more
reflecting.
emotions tied to sex than men?
Women, yeah. I mean,
No.
I think it just depends on the situation. Like, you know, you have different levels to relationships. So it depends on what you and that other person got going on. I think that, yeah, like if y'all set boundaries beforehand, then, you know, like it just is what it is. Like we set boundaries, like, okay, we ain't trying to fall in love. I ain't, I'm not trying to do this, whatever. Then y'all
Women
can
be
just move.
saying that. I ain't trying to fall in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, shit.
I feel like
ain't
women
nobody
take-
ever said that to me.
I feel like women make the decision way before
Everybody,
men.
they love
You
me.
say you feel like who?
Ain't nobody tell me they wasn't trying to fall in love. Well, I take that back. One person did.
They wanted to fall in love or they didn't want to fall in
Man,
love?
look.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. On the emotional side, like how you asked, you said, do I think women? What you say? The
Are,
emotions?
are more emotionally tied to sex than men?
Yeah, I think it's inevitable. I think it's supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to.
I disagree.
Huh?
I disagree.
No, I'm like, I would hope they could, but do I think it is like that? Yeah, I think women are emotionally tied to their sexual partners most of the time.
Why you disagree, Trey?
I disagree because I feel like women don't have no ego about it. I think niggas attach their ego to a sexual partner. And to me, your ego is attached to your emotions. So for a woman, back to logic versus love, a woman will logically say, these are 3 red flags. I know he will never be the man I want to marry, but I do want some dick tonight. I feel like women make that decision in an instinct like that. Men don't do that. Like, it could be this, it could be that.
I mean, but that's the decision. That's the decision to have sex. Once the sex goes on, who's more prone to be emotionally connected to the sex?
I don't agree with that either. I don't feel like women have an overbearing attachment to sex more than men when it comes to love. I just feel like women do their shit a little bit different, and that's it.
Okay. Y'all cool to move on from that
Yeah.
one?
There you
No,
go.
but I will say this. I do feel like a lot of women will put themselves in a position
To get emotional.
to get emotional if they are not mentally where they're supposed to be. So, I mean, that's a whole different thing. But if we're talking about, like, everybody on the same playing field,
I mean, but everybody ain't on the same playing field.
For real.
We speaking on like what's more prone, like what reflects society, what reflects what we see
nah.
or what we experience.
The only reason I'm going to say that is because there's a lot more men who get physically violent with women when that is gone. When a woman detaches themselves, a man will kill everybody. Women will be like, okay, I'm hurt, I'm going to cry about it, but I'm going to move on. I think men be more attached to women from a sexual relationship that got emotional than women.
But is that because they don't know how to express their emotions? No other type of way?
That's on them. Like, I feel like a
ain't
lot
got no
more
emotional
men
control.
kill women than women kill men when it comes to relationships. That's ego.
Shoot, you could get killed just by turning down somebody and not giving them your phone number.
That's a fact.
Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I think men, we could have sex without no attachment. Never speak to you again.
And I know your real name.
Nothing. I know
You
you're
don't know my
lying.
real name.
I know you done
You
smashed
look
two
good
of my homies
tonight.
None of that. Nothing matter when all a man want is sex from you. You know what I'm saying? I do think some women could move the same way, but I think it's where they at
I don't think
in
it's
life.
I don't think it's fair because a lot of niggas use emotional manipulation to get sex. So if you manipulating a woman to make it feel like, oh, I'm going to fall in love with you, or this is the best thing I ever had, I don't think that's the same thing. If we, like I said, we on the same playing field, like you understand that I don't want none out of this, and I understand that you don't want none out of this, I think women have just as much control as men. But a lot of men use the fact that I know I can manipulate your emotions to get what I want.
But
I don't think
can
that's the same
manipulate
thing.
your emotions because you gonna be more emotional.
That's a trap.
I mean, how they pull it off then? How can they pull it off if they go in there and saying, I know I'm gonna be able to manipulate your emotions? You obviously more
That's just a
emotional than me.
game. That's just the game.
And I think we do judge women though, like body count, because we kind of got on whole phase and stuff last week.
Does body count matter?
To everything, to an extent. I mean, everything got its fucking threshold. It'll matter. I'm just saying, it'll matter to you if the number is outrageous.
Do it matter to y'all?
I mean, I don't be asking them questions.
Like,
Like how many people you fucking?
like your past.
I feel like we at
I
an
wanna know
age.
too, do
I
dudes
feel
still
like,
ask women like how do you still ask women how many men they slept with?
No.
and I feel like too when
don't
it
think
comes
we
down to sex, some people started their sexual experiences way earlier than some people in this world. So yeah, you
Time
might.
out way
what?
earlier than they were supposed
Wait,
to.
that's what I'm
Right.
saying. So you might have a body count of
They was doing
a higher number, but do you judge somebody based off of that?
I don't even ask.
I
girls how
mean,
many
I know
dudes
I'm
they
not.
slept
I don't know.
I don't judge either. I don't give a shit.
Cause we all
So
want
if she had
somebody
1,000
that's-
niggas, she fucked.
If she had 1,000 niggas, I would not.
You talking about
know.
that's crazy.
Listen, hey, that is crazy.
That's crazy.
But this is what I'm saying. If a girl got that many dudes, not even no crazy number like that. If she got so many dudes, I'm not gonna ask, but somehow I'm just gonna know. So it ain't even no.
Right.
But how do you know?
How do you know?
Because
You
people
give out
know.
this whole energy.
Because people know.
The hoe in you. That's
What
what
is-
you
what,
saying.
like, what
You got that hoe in them.
They just give off whole energy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, that's a real
Big
thing.
hoe
too.
energy.
That's,
Hoe
yeah,
energy.
that's a real thing too, man.
Big
Whole
Ho
energy?
R2024.
But what if you meet somebody that you didn't grow up with, or that's not from your
But that's the thing
hometown?
too.
Like,
So this is what I tell people. The only thing that follows you your whole entire career is your high school reputation.
For some strange reason, right?
unless you move.
No, you can move all you want because people go to college and be.
And be whoever they want.
That's what I gotta do. You from Hummer? Hey, Sam from Hummer. Man, you know her?
Yup. That's how
I'm
that
saying like skipping states, like like
It
people
don't matter
move.
where you go.
People still gonna remember what you did.
Now we got
Hey.
social
Oh, you
media.
talking about? I'm talking about like if you move somewhere where people don't know you.
I feel like it'll
But-
always get
Man.
better.
Like I'm not worried about what y'all think. I don't live around y'all.
But
no
I ain't
more.
gonna lie to you.
There's a lot of grandmas who was hoes.
Hey,
I mean,
bro. I
Okay.
ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm just saying,
Everybody-
think about the amount of baby mamas your grandma got
Hey.
versus the amount of kids she got.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. My grandma.
Out there.
No.
It was one dude.
No, for the
My
same.
grandma was out
I
there.
know.
Tell my grandma was out
But
there.
look-
My grandma went out there.
Tell my grandma was a saint.
I got this saying, bro. The girls that we went to school with that was considered hoes get husbands, nigga. All of them had husbands.
That's probably true.
The ones
'Cause all the ones
was
that I went
hoes
to
in
school
high
with, they got
went to
husbands.
college and got them a husband for sure.
They
For
definitely
sure.
get husbands.
For sure.
For sure.
Got clean slate. I mean, I don't judge though. Look,
Me either.
I shouldn't have anything to judge because I'm not gonna really inquire. If I have to inquire, then fuck, something's up already.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's not something. That's not a question. I don't think I've asked anybody that I've been in a relationship with that question. Like, I mean, as long as you not out here with the STD, like,
Okay, do you
You
ask
like-
the question if y'all
So
fucking, you
that's
just fucking
cool.
me
If
or
a-
you fucking multiple
If a nigga
people?
got 65 bodies, y'all cool with that?
how would you know though?
I'm saying,
if you
if a nigga was like, hey, you know, my number
no,
65.
no. If
And
you,
they got that big
no.
face.
First of all, I'm not about to be talking to nobody that's just
That's
putting
just
out
a
their
hoe,
body count.
right.
Like, no. Why are you telling
You
me your
gotta
body
have
count
some
without?
Nah, like we about to get married. I might as well come up and just be
Nah,
honest with you. Hey, look, I
The
done
day
been with
before the
103
Man, that's
women.
crazy.
103 women. That's very specific, Sherry.
You
Straight. 103.
Hey, I want y'all to write that on the combo card. Like, how many bodies is
It's
too
too
How
many.
many bodies is too many
What-
bodies for
what's
y'all?
too many?
Like how
I
many?
need to know that.
Could y'all put like for man this too many, woman this too many? Leave
But
it,
how
leave
many
it
people
anonymous.
out there asking that though?
Like how many people?
But
you
even though you don't ask, you know if you hear a certain number, you gonna be like, oh shit.
Yeah, like Brittany Renner was just talking about. She had what, 35? Was it 35 or 65? It was something.
Bodies?
Yeah,
Who that?
Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner.
Who the fuck is that?
She like a trainer, video vixen.
Yeah, she
girl.
like the new video vixen.
Is it
but
35 or 65, Trey? Because that's a range.
I don't remember, but it was 35.
35.
35.
I mean, what kind of people she be around? Like
'Cause it's like if you-
she around like rich, like celebrity
Fuck
stuff.
that. A dick
I don't
is
know
a
who
dick.
y'all.
So,
I
like-
don't know
A
who
dick
y'all
don't
talking
have a
about.
criticism.
I don't know who y'all
Nah.
talking about.
So, like-
it's different though.
But does it make a difference if it's like safe or not?
Like,
I would
like
hope
does
it's
it?
safe.
Huh?
I would hope it's safe.
If it's
But I'm saying like,
65.
but does that make a difference in the count? Like if she was being safe.
I mean, you can't really know if she was being safe.
You don't know if
I
you're
just know
fucking
one
your
of the stories
pussy.
she told she was with 3 men at one time, and somebody was like, "I don't think it was 35. If you've been with 3 men at one time, I don't think it's 35."
Well, J. Cole said so you can know you gotta multiply by 3.
Right.
J. Cole did say that.
Facts.
You know, you gotta multiply by 3. But I feel like just we at a age of, you know, like you said, like damn, you had that many, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean if you
it's
out there
just like
telling
okay.
people,
I don't think it's healthy.
Hey man, I can't.
I need to talk to somebody.
What's your
I
limit?
can't judge. I can't.
What's your limit?
I can't judge
Right.
based on a number. Know what I do judge on is if you embarrassed about what you did, then for sure you a hoe.
That's
but
big
for
hoe
real though,
energy.
like how many is too many? Like if
right?
it's
What's your
no-
count? What's your limit on a woman?
Man, fuck, I don't know.
So if she said, okay, Sam, 85.
I just, hey, look,
85.
hey, look, I'm gonna have to ask you. Wait, I'm gonna have to ask you.
85.
Look, I'm gonna have to ask you where you grew
That's
up
when
at.
you see niggas in the club. What up, my boy?
Like where you grew up at. Like if you ain't grew up in like L.A., New York, one of these big. If you
What
got
is
if you got
that?
85 in you got 85
It
in
is still-
Tri-Parish.
Hummer.
thing.
It's
That's
still
right.
180 days in the school year. I don't know what the fuck you was doing. How did you graduate?
This is the thing with the Tri-Parish.
Did you
Like, what
graduate?
you doing?
You got 85 in
You was
Tri-Parish.
fucking all school year.
This the thing about the Tri-Parish. I mean, somebody that nigga done asked somebody about you already. One of my partners, if you done fucked that many
somebody.
niggas, like one of my partners done hit or something
Of
like that.
course.
So I'ma know. You know what I'm saying? And then I'ma handle you accordingly. I'ma still hit.
Right? Hey, look.
You number 86.
Hey, you 86.
You know you
86.
86er.
I do not want to be the 86 nigga. I don't want to be
Man,
that guy.
Man, you done
You
probably
number
been the 86
86.
nigga already. You tripping?
86 me, please.
It got to be good, huh?
Y'all dumb.
And my partner already said you got that smoke.
Yeah.
I already got the A-OK. I know what's out.
Cool.
Man.
I would not ask. I would not ask a woman. I don't even feel the need to ask. Like, I don't care.
we
I don't
grown.
care until you say 85. Then I'm gonna care a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
gonna kill a
Like,
little
I'm
bit.
carried in.
Care.
Until then, I'm in the blind.
Because if I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
then bitch, how you kept this a secret?
Right. Like I need to know. Like how you 85? How nobody told me about you?
Like, how did know about you? I didn't know about you. Yes.
Man, my ego is like Mario Winans. I don't want to know.
That's the best way, right?
but you always want somebody that's like experienced though.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So would you rather
Hey,
somebody?
bruh. The more experience.
So would you rather have sex with somebody who's more experienced, or have sex with somebody that you can teach everything that you like
ain't
to?
got time.
I ain't got
Fucking
time to go to
teaching.
teaching no
Fuck that
fucking
shit.
school.
You don't want to teach at all.
Bring me the hoe.
You don't want to teach
Show me
at all.
what it do, huh?
Bring me the hoe. I ain't got time.
Hold on. So what you trying to say?
Uh-oh. Okay. So
Nigga
we
ain't trying to
we
say
gonna
nothing.
skip that question. I don't want no niggas on stage.
I ain't
Don't
got
give about
time. I ain't
that
had
nigga.
to teach you nothing. What? I ain't had to teach.
So
you.
what
Baby,
you
I'm
trying to
Mr.
say?
Miyagi. What's that?
Anyways,
Yeah, we
so
gonna switch
the
the
final
subject.
topic,
Switch the subject
the final subject is
is
single married relationships.
how many? Why they so many married people that's single in the world now?
I can't relate. I don't know. Why y'all think? I don't know nothing about this.
I don't know, because I saw a quote that said a married man is the most single man in the world.
What do they mean by that?
Meaning that
You single.
yeah,
You
like
doing single
like
shit.
you on paper you married, but you
But
in
you
the
out
streets
here
you single.
cutting
I think that's a play of the mind because I could play that a whole nother way. They got a lot of married men in here that be getting neglected at home, and that nigga feeling single. Look, he being a good man. Y'all watch Issa Rae shit. That nigga was a good nigga at first.
To my at first.
Good nigga at first, man.
nigga.
That nigga feeling single.
I saw somebody say this dude, he was like, y'all be mad when we cheat, but y'all don't understand that we cheat based off of how they make us feel. Based off, like you said, that man might be neglected at home. So, like I said, my same cousin who is in a polygamous relationship, he was like, a lot of times women don't understand why men cheat because the way she makes me feel is a feeling that you would never give me. I just feel like this. If you're not happy, why stay in a marriage?
I
Right.
mean, people say that like that.
I think as black people, we have grown up in situations where we will make a do. Meaning, I will do whatever I can to make it work, but also fulfill my own desires. So to answer your question, I think a lot of men, women, because there's a lot of married women who cheat hard and never get caught, who do their thing more than men. But there's a lot of married people who end up in situations where they want something else, but I gotta make this work. I've only known how to make this work. I'm not a quitter. I'm not anything that's below grade. I'm just trying to make this work. But I also have my own needs. I think that's why a lot of people fit into that category. When I talk to older women who talk about why and how they cheated, that's the number one reason. Like, I don't want to mess up the family structure. I don't want to mess up
Right.
The stability of everything.
the stability, the foundation, whatever I got going on. I don't want to mess that up, but I also have needs.
But you don't think that that's gonna cause so much, like, just like tension in the household though? Like,
Nah, they got people. They got people who really existing like that. Like in this example, an older lady said that, and that's you wouldn't know that if you just looked at their relationship from the outside lenses.
Yeah, I
Point
think
like-
a lot of men cheat, and because of their ego, they feel like, oh, I can show my ass. But when women do it for 20, 30 years and never get caught. So
I mean,
it'll be stability in the household because she is cheating. That's a real thing.
Oh yeah, facts.
I'm dead ass serious.
I think they go both ways too, though. You know what I'm saying? But in both senses, like you saying, why don't you just leave? Like it's not always simple to just leave. Like
why?
you say,
Why is that not simple though?
I mean, like he said, it disrupts the structure of your family.
But you disrupting.
Obviously
your-
not if they
your-
still
your
together
life and
happily,
somebody
right?
else. Like, well, I mean, if that, well, I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, I just,
How many old men you know that got multiple families? Niggas don't even find out about the other family till he died. Nobody knew. The family was straight. He was taking care of both families. Nobody knew until he died.
we was just watching something about that. This
shit
man,
happen
this
all the
man had
time.
a whole nother family in Italy, and
Oh,
another family in America.
I just think that a lot of people look down on it, but that's a normal thing.
Normal Trey.
Normal.
I mean,
Culturally,
yeah,
I
think
based
that's
on
normal.
how life going.
I
yeah.
think it's been going on. I mean, look at our.
Hey, on the cool, how many people of the percentage of kids that get had every year, how many people you think really know who their daddy is?
Oh man,
Damn.
that's a good.
Somebody-
And when you
I
think
want-
about that number, think about how normal that shit is.
I mean,
That somebody that stepped out, made another kid, living their whole life, we don't even know who the daddy is. That's normal. Culturally, that's normal. Is it right? No. But it's normal.
I mean, humanly, that's normal. Like that.
That's
you know
what I'm saying.
That's what humans do, though.
but where that come from? Like
The Bible.
wanting to step out on a relationship, and I guess not put the effort in your relationship. You get what I'm saying? Or you think like that person is just
Done for.
getting neglected, or
No, man, in reality, what it is the relationship has expired, but the people still stay in it. You know what I'm saying? People think relationships supposed to last forever, bro. Like, people only think that with, I don't know what to call it, spousal relationships, because you got a relationship with your job that you'll leave tomorrow if shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You got a relationship with your friends that you'll break off if it get too bad, but people stick with that like it's not something that's going to end. You know what I'm saying? So the relationship is expired. If you get to a point to where you're not talking and you're not doing none of that shit, y'all relationship is fucking over.
Right.
But do you put the work in to try to over? I think relationships maybe up and down sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe seasonal. I think like at certain times you got to try a little harder than others. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's true, but at the end of the day, a lot of people don't have the tools.
Right.
Like the conversation we was having about family and how to have constructive conversations with family when you don't have the tools. It's the same way with a marriage or a relationship. A lot of people don't have the tools to mitigate the issues that they're having in the relationship.
Right.
So if I know I can't fix it, I know I don't know how to fix it, I'm gonna go over here to try to get some
What's a tool? Like just example.
like communication.
Understanding.
How can I bring this conversation down without it turning into an altercation? Like those are tools that you need in a relationship. So if you and I have a disagreement, if I don't have the necessary tools to move past that disagreement, it's always going to be an issue with us. So I think a lot of issues that are had in marriages, they stay there, but people feel like, well, since I don't have nothing to fix this, I'm going to just go around it, which means I'm going to talk to this person, I'm going to sleep with that person, I'm going to do anything and everything in my power to negate that. I'll ignore that and I'll just focus on my own needs.
All right. You think we should wrap it up after that? I mean, we got to get the crowd time to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we doing the outros or just give the crowd a little time?
Whatever. Just let them know. you know?
Yeah. So if y'all have anything y'all want to input on the convo, y'all could come up to the mic. If y'all filled out the cards or put anything on the cards, y'all could give the cards to the narrator, Co, and she could read them out. But I mean, the floor is yours, man.
You open the floor up at this time,
Yes.
man. Feel free.
The doors of the
Doors of the convo have opened.
We should get us a collection
That's
basket.
right, Cole.
Okay, so I have one card that says having great conflict resolution. That speaks to whenever you was talking about your parents. So as long as you're showing good conflict resolution, as opposed to, you don't have to really argue in front of your kids, but showing them how to solve problems, basically. Is what I got from it. The next one is in reference to the healing portion. People need healing because there was once a void. So,
Okay.
and then the last one is about body count. Body count is a non-factor. What is the factor is when the last time you was tested.
Oh, shit. I know a woman said that shit. No, that came from a woman.
That's facts.
You know when the last time a dude got tested?
I'm going to have to push back on that last one because of the simple fact that,
He ain't fucking with the over 10.
no, I feel like if you always made bad decisions and you haven't healed and know how to make good decisions, I don't want to fuck with you. And that's the end of the day. Like, if you have a track record, I ain't saying like if you have sex with somebody, it's a bad decision. But if you know that, like Sam said, if you feel embarrassed by this, you regret doing something, and then you move on and you do the same thing, and then you move on and you do the same, and you do it 30 times, what the fuck I fit into that?
31.
I'm Gucci. I'm straight on that.
31.
Number 87, nigga.
I mean, so as far as like the healing, I don't know if anybody said this already, but I feel like I kind of wanted to say this before we moved on from that. But like with that void, like people date, people do date trying to fill that void. And I think that they deal with some things that they never experienced, like, so they don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to. I'm trying to put it into words, but like, so you basically put up with something from a guy or a girl that your parent may have put you through. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So are that
Trauma.
you lacked from that parent? So you look for it in a spouse.
Yeah.
And then so like maybe a toxic relationship or a toxic person may be the first person that ever showed you love.
Like, it could be the slightest thing of your mama not talking to you when she come home.
Right.
And you got somebody who talk to you, but they
Right.
talk to you like shit.
Like right.
But you accept it because they're talking to you.
Or because they're there every day. Like y'all
Right,
living
it's a
together.
wound, it's trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I was trying to say.
never mind. That was off topic. Don't worry about it. I was about to be
Does anybody else have any more questions, comments?
Concerns,
Let's get on
combo.
this body count, bro.
No. Let it go. Let it go. Let
I
it
want
go.
to know topic,
Let
guys.
it
It's a hot topic. I ain't
start
gonna
no
lie.
Body
shit.
count
I
is
mean,
a
it's
hot
not
topic,
my-
but you know,
Body count
like,
is not a topic.
it's just like, we grown. Is your dick clean?
Right. As long as it's
Are you clean? Like, we done had these experiences and I ain't burning like no chicken wing. Y'all remember Blazing Wings? They got rid of Blazing Wings. I used to fuck with Blazing Wings.
Them bitches was too big.
They was good as fuck. The fried mixture
Big ass
crispy.
fucking
Ooh.
hunk of chicken, man. Nobody eat that shit.
I really think she had a real valid point about the being tested part. You know? That's
Yes.
something that we need to talk about.
People
You know what I'm
don't get
saying?
tested.
I know.
Black folks scared to go to
it
the
said
doctor.
the last time? Oh, she said when was the last time
You got tested.
You got
got
tested.
tested? When your ass got tested. That's how niggas
That's
rock.
how niggas roll.
No,
for real.
Boy, I can't put my future in your hands, boy. Fuck
Bitch, you ain't
You
come
be
in
like-
and say we got it, we don't got nothing.
You got tested, you good. I got to be good.
Lord.
Wow.
I ain't,
No.
it's fun. It's not even funny.
Nasty, nasty.
Hey, niggas be like,
I ain't gonna lie, I talk to a lot of my partners, bro, and that's how they roll. Like, if a girl go
That's
get
not
tested,
a thing.
it's a thing.
No
Man,
way.
No woman can get tested for diabetes. Fuck. I gotta go to the doctor.
oh man, niggas
You
don't
gotta
care
get
about
your
no
insulin
diabetes.
checked.
And when you go for your yearly,
Everybody got that.
when you
Not
go
you
for your
tested.
yearly,
Everybody
you gonna
tested
get
diabetes
tested for
the same.
We talking
everything.
about STDs.
Nigga got no diabetes. I can't get that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, you can't just depend on a woman to say that you're healthy. Like, you gotta go to the doctor.
Right, take care of yourself.
Hey, y'all talking like I'm talking about me. I'm taking care of.
Take care of
nigga.
yourself,
bro.
Sal.
Me and the Lord.
I know niggas that's in the trenches, bro.
Fucking right. Life hard for some niggas.
That's how the niggas rock. I'm telling you. I had a job. I had health insurance, nigga.
I had health insurance.
What's up, baby?
Hey, Kia.
Good
What's
evening,
y'all
good
gang?
evening, good evening. So I want to pivot, right? Do you believe that toxic relationships are romanticized? Because I've seen too often where women and men, and I would say maybe sometimes women, they would start shit,
Oh, yeah. I
get
done
into
been
the
beat.
arguments, fight each other just to make up, just to spice
Just
it
to
up.
make.
I just want to hear y'all thoughts on that.
What?
Well, according to Cat Williams,
Yeah. Yeah.
Cat said
That's a thing.
that
Cat.
toxic relationships
That's it.
are fun and entertaining.
Right. That's a fact when you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Um,
apparently for some people it's fun and entertaining.
I kind of thought it was fucked up a little while back when Super had went public about that shit, what happened with her and Razor. And I seen people chiming in on it, commenting on it. I think that's fucking toxic that she agreed that, like, she hit men, she beat men.
Oh yeah, that got to be toxic.
Right.
You're putting your hands on them.
Like, she said that she she's known to hit men or whatever in all her relationships. And another thing she said, like, the only reason that she cleared it up or went public about it is because,
Somebody could have saw because it was on side of the road.
yeah, like the public was involved or some shit.
The public wasn't involved. If she would have never said that, we would have never knew. But she just went out and said something because somebody
but
could
that's-
have
I
seen.
mean,
Still don't know.
to her defense, like, if she would have waited a day and then somebody posted the video with the tea, then she would have been wrong. So I mean, I give it to her that she did clear the situation up when it was going on. I mean, she was being transparent about it, so I can't
Man,
fault her
ain't being
for that.
transparent telling when you're about to get caught. That's what Usher did on Confession.
On confessions.
To Kia's point, I got a lot of homeboys who be like, "Oh, I like him with an attitude. I like him spicy." Man, I don't tolerate that shit at all. I don't like that at all because of the simple fact I feel like those women, those are the type of women that get bored when there's no confusion. And if there's no chaos in the relationship, then they gonna go either create chaos or they gonna go find chaos. So I ain't even with that. If it's romanticized in the cultural standpoint or pop culture, like, you do what you want to do. But I'm not the type of nigga to argue with you. I don't want no arguments. If I'm at fault for something, let's have a conversation about it. But if it's just like, why you looking at me like that? Like, if that's what you want, baby, you need to go over there. Like, I ain't even with that at all. But it is romanticized to a degree because I feel like a lot of people feel like that's passion. That shit ain't passion. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's screwed off.
Like, both of y'all are a bit batshit crazy. Like, Kevin Gates is fucking crazy. Like, I love that nigga music, but he is a crazy ass individual. Like, that's the type of shit that he thrives off of. So nah, I ain't with that at all.
I just don't see how you could beat a woman and sleep on side of her, bro.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
You had to say that a little louder.
I don't see how you could do that shit, bro.
Man, I done told my girl some spicy stuff, and I don't want to go to sleep. Like, just saying something with an attitude, like, nah, she might do something. Nah, fuck that.
Might put a boogie in your ear.
That's disgusting.
What's
She
up,
got
Cole?
All right, right, so we're back at the STDs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So someone said a lot of men don't feel comfortable going get checked because they know a lot of people that work there. So when they go get tested, you know, people looking at them or judging or whatever.
Man,
so
go out
for the
of
men up
town.
here, what do y'all do?
Why you even?
Man, get over it.
That's what I'm saying. Why you gotta go? You
Go to,
checking
like-
yourself.
Like, grow up, nigga.
Like,
Shit.
that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
ain't gonna
saying.
lie.
Women do it.
I
Women
feel
do
like
it.
this.
Right.
I feel like this. Like if I go to the doctor and the doctor tell me I got cancer, am I embarrassed about that?
Right.
Am I supposed to feel upset or like I'm supposed to have some type of anonymity because I got cancer? Like it's such a stigma about STDs. Like nigga, you was living your life, you did something, you caught something. Go take a fucking
Go
pill.
take care of
If
it.
you
take a pill.
if you got that gangster,
Hopefully you can take a pill.
Yeah, if you got that gangster, I mean, they got pills out there for that too.
Oh, they ain't
That
got
shit-
no,
that
they ain't
shit
got-
just
they ain't
came
got-
out.
they ain't got no pill for that gangster. You got that gangster. Your ass
Nah,
is
they
dead.
got
No.
pills.
No,
That's
because
regular
I didn't
AIDS,
see
nigga.
the
You-
commercials.
That shit just
They got
came out,
no-
nigga.
No, when you
We
look
go
at
back and
no,
forth.
when
You
look
got
at
the-
The
you
year
look at the person, they
2000
got that
snap.
gangster, boy, they is gonna die.
I didn't see the commercials. I see more
If I'm
commercials
in that
about
bitch and they
that.
tell me I got that, hey, give me what Magic got. Whatever
what
Magic
Magic
got,
got.
I want that.
Son,
I
as
want
soon
that.
as they
That
tell
magic
you you
special.
got that shit, like you just start looking bad, bro. Fuck
But I
that.
see more commercials about that than condom commercials. Like you don't even see condom commercials. no
Oh,
more,
we
like-
seen a condom commercial for the first
Oh,
time.
we
The other day.
did.
It was
We
some poo ass
did.
Trojan, though. It wasn't no
Ooh,
magnums.
that's Trojan.
But you gotta
Wasn't
understand.
no fucking magnums and no shit.
You gotta understand that's Big Pharma. So Big Pharma has lobbyists. Lobbyists have the federal government. The federal government gives money to those companies that create medications, regardless of what the side effects are. So like for PrEP is everywhere because they created a campaign. They gave billions of dollars to it. They made this whole marketing strategy to direct it towards men of color who were gay and to put it on every single channel. That is Big Pharma. Trojan don't have that type of reach. So just to understand, like, pharmaceutical companies control everything in America.
Right.
That's just that.
I mean,
Well,
that's
got-
it's
do
why.
People still use condoms?
I would hope.
Yeah,
Oh, I just
You just
I ain't
fucking
know.
you raw dogging everything you meet.
Nah, I just be.
You number 87 and you gonna raw dog
I
it.
don't see them talking about it no more.
87.
You 87 raw dog.
Nigga, when I was
Hey,
87.
look, hey, look, I'm gonna put it like this, because I still got young partners. I got partners that's, you know what I'm saying, cracking 20. When I was 20, nigga, I had condoms everywhere.
on me in the
Because
club.
Because it could go down.
They had condoms in their head on the
Man, what? Yeah.
Not that. Not that.
Because
I ain't seen a young
because
nigga
I
with a
was
condom.
safe. You know what I'm saying? I don't be seeing young niggas talk about condoms no more.
Fact.
They don't be
Definitely
talking
hear
about
no
it.
young rappers talk about rapping about that
They
shit.
favorite rapper. How
You know
many
what I'm
kids
saying?
young boy
That's
got?
the culture. That's the culture.
I'm glad I'm not in that era.
Right.
My
They
favorite
wild.
rapper said, I don't want the latex. Saying I'm latex. Y'all favorite rapper got Lem Churn.
Right. How many you got?
Lem.
No.
Yeah, that's way too many.
For real, dog. They be having kids young too.
Yeah, they popping them out for surely.
But they like, I was trying to explain to one of my young partners, like, bro, having kids is life changing. Like,
It's a
what YB did is like unheard of. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot of kids. He like 22. He a multi-millionaire, bro. Your chances is slim, son. You got like 3 kids already. You 20.
You in a whole different tax bracket, my boy.
Right?
Got to be.
I
You
watched
got
that,
to be.
I watched the
Them
interview.
niggas-
Y'all watched that Club Shay Shay with Country Wayne?
Oh yeah,
That was a pretty good interview.
that was dope.
I didn't know that nigga had so many kids.
I knew he had a lot of kids, and he's always been like very transparent about his relationships with his baby mamas and what he does for his kids. But I thought it was dope how he always had a plan. Like as a parent, he had a plan. Like I'm gonna put my dreams on the side. I'm gonna focus on my kids. And even though he was having more kids, it was like, well, shit, I gotta go get more money. But I don't think that's the average person. Ain't thinking like that.
No.
But that nigga say he make like 300 grand a month. No, he paid 300 grand a month between his baby mamas and his kids, and the people that's on staff. 300 grand a month.
It's a lot of money.
I mean, he make it though. He say on a slow month on social media, he make like 600 grand.
Yeah.
Just social media. So,
Damn.
but that whole little tight knit village, like how he got kind of everybody street, seemed like everybody get along.
Yeah.
I think that shit pretty dope.
Anybody got anything else?
Anything else, gang?
I want to know this body coming.
Oh boy, go
We
sit
ain't
down.
talking about body.
All right, we gonna do our outros, but y'all stick around because we gonna be mingling.
Mingling
We'll
and
have our
mingling.
mingle session.
We mingling, baby. Go ahead.
With a
baby.
minglers.
But yes, y'all want me to start? Since I'm
Start it
early?
off.
Sure.
All right. I appreciate y'all for coming out. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed the vibe. I hope y'all loving the energy. Please give us some great feedback. If y'all didn't have no, if y'all need a new comment card or something, just write some feedback. If it's something that we can change, do better, whatever, Yeah, topics. If y'all want to write down topics for our next show, do all that. Just let us know what's up. Let us know what's on your mind. Again, we appreciate y'all for coming.
Yes. It was a great show. I enjoy everybody. The vibe is always there. It's always a good time. And I can't wait to see y'all in the next one. And then the next one. And then the next one. And then the next one. I think our next one is what? February 8th?
Our next one is February
And
8th.
that's our Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi
Gras
Gras convo.
I hope
So
y'all ready.
It's going to be lit. Y'all
Yes.
come out. Wear y'all Mardi Gras, It's what they say, les bons rouleaux.
Okay, let the good times roll.
Y'all heard it, les bons rouleaux.
This nigga Egyptian. This nigga is Nigerian.
Right.
I've been studying hieroglyphics.
Thank y'all for coming out, man. Good Street Sound, Good Street Podcast, vibes only. See me outside, holla at me.
Bet. Man, look, I love y'all, me personally. What I'm going to say is, if y'all don't like our convo page, go like it. And then go share it with your friends and tell them to like it. Because we want more of y'all in here. We want to have some diverse conversations. We want to give y'all a space where y'all can talk about anything and everything that makes you feel good and also kind of challenges who you are as a person. But you know me, I'm Trey with the Convo. Y'all been real.
And last but not least, it's me, man, Lil Darryl. I just want to thank y'all for coming out again. Crowd participation, I liked it. Like I said, this is a safe space. If you've never been, I see how you could kind of not want to participate, but we want to get to the place where everybody participating, everybody kind of getting what they have to say off their chest, off their mind. So that's the kind of environment we're trying to create, man. Again, thank all y'all for coming out. Everybody in here have kind of something going on, some type of motion. So, I mean, network, man. That's really what we built this platform for people to network. So, y'all can mingle. We're going to put some music on. I mean, y'all can have some drinks, whatever.
Tip
Tip
your
your
bartender.
bartender.
Yep, tip the bartender, Ash.
Shout out to Ashley.
Woo, woo.
She make the best Italian margaritas. And
That's
I
a
ain't
fact,
even tripping.
Jack.
You just
But
gotta
got
see her.
meatball in it?
Somebody she put a meatball in it.
That's Combo
Thank
Club,
y'all.
man.
That's
Y'all
the
have a good
Combo
night.
Club.